How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. I also want to update you guys, the private group is growing. So if you want to be a part of a community of traders and as well as other investors that want to make money in the stock market, then this group is for you. You can find the link inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So today we're going to be talking about Hive blockchain and as well as Hut8 Mining Corp. Of course, they were recently listed on the NASDAQ and they're starting to get some more attention. So I see a lot of movements when it comes to price action, so we're going to talk about it. But before I get started, of course, we got to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a technical analysis for Hut and as well as Hive. We are seeing some price action. They were recently listed, and I want to make sure if you are considering a position, what the upside really looks like, especially going in for the short term if you're trying to make some money off some swing trades. Then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what is the buying and the selling behavior that is going on. Since they were recently listed on the NASDAQ exchange and they are getting attention, we want to know, are institutions starting to load up? If we can load up before the institutions do, it does provide some opportunities as far as upside in its overall price. So this is why we need to be aware and see what it's actually looking like. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Hive blockchain. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.07, being down 0.97%. On the low, it tested $2.86. Then on the high, testing $3.30. And you can see in the post market at the time of this recording, it is at $3.05. So first, we want to see how is it lining up with our indicators. We're using the 1-year daily chart. As we take a look at the RSI down below, of course, it's looking fairly strong, being right here around 63.75 points. So of course, it is in the overbought territory. Now, when we take a look at how it lines up with our chart indicators here, it is showing strength above the 200-day, the 21-day EMA. Of course, it is just below the 100-day as well, but we did test at $3.30, which kind of got us past it for a little bit. Then we started seeing some selling pressure. So one of the things that I want to show you guys and make sure you're aware of, Hive just got listed onto the NASDAQ along with Hut, and it's been having quite some strength in regards to a run-up, as you guys can see here and from what you see from the RSI. Another thing to take notice of, there's increased volume, and this increased volume happens because they are now listed on the NASDAQ. The last time we've had this much volume going through was back here in March, and this is when it was being sold off. When it had its run up over here back in February, that's where we saw a lot more volume as well, but it was trading on the OTC. So just imagine, it is now on the NASDAQ. If we have Bitcoin that is running up and also more people who are putting Hive on their radar, more institutions loading up, there's no doubt in my mind we could see Hive getting into the 350 area sometime next week, and then essentially before the end of July, easily getting to the $4 area. This is one thing I want to bring to your attention, and I feel does bring on a swing opportunity if you're interested. But if you believe in the long-term prospects, and if you believe that Bitcoin is going to be hitting 100K, there's a lot of benefits to reap here if you want to get into this play, especially in the $3 range or anywhere in the $2 range. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Hive blockchain. So we could see here on the inflow, we have 3,868, and then on the outflow, we have 3,307. On the inflow side, we had 306 large orders. On the medium side, we had 1,856 orders, and on the small side, we had 1,706 orders. On the outflow side, as far as for the medium, we had 1,654, and on the small side, we had 1,654 as well. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, of course, since Hive just got on the NASDAQ, you can see here on July the 1st, we have 0. but as you can see, we have 305.69 in regards for today. So institutions are beginning to load up on Hive blockchain. And this is part of the reasons why. If you're seeing it at the current prices at and you believe in the long-term prospects, I definitely do see an opportunity here. So now let's move on to the technical analysis for HUT. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for HUT 8. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $5.16, being up 8.86% on the day. On the low, it tested $4.46. Then on the high, testing $5.16. So the first and foremost, we're going to see how it lines up with our indicators. You can see from the RSI down below, it is definitely looking fairly hot here at 63.98. When we take a look at how it lines up with our indicators, we see strength above the 200-day, the 21-day EMA, but it's also below the 100-day. When we take a look at the volume, let's just pause for a moment here. Look how much volume has been going through HUT as of late. When it was trading on the OTC, of course, it wasn't getting as much volume. There's not many brokers, that many people on that are actually able to actually buy the stock. For example, we're talking about Robinhood. We heard this with Webull and so on. Now that it is on the NASDAQ, it is getting a lot more attention. You can see here, it has a great run up where it started right here around 318 to where it's at right now being at 516 and being at around 530 to 525 and after hours. In the private group, I was telling everyone, hey, load up when you're in the $4 range, whether it's at the lower or the mid area, because we see this as far as a short-term price target going to $6. And it definitely looks like it's going to have enough momentum to do that sometime next week. When we hit this $6 area, just know, yes, this will be an area of resistance. There will be some profit taking, but there's no doubt in my mind we could see increased buying pressure at this particular level, and we could easily get up into this around this 630 level. And if we could pass that 630 level, I'll be looking forward to seeing that move going to 7. So definitely there's a lot of upside in this play. HUT is definitely undervalued as a crypto mining play, and it's one of those plays I want to make sure you keep it on your radar. If it does decide to pull back, you already know I'm going to be adding even more to my position because I do believe in the long-term prospects. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for HUT 8 Mining Corp. You can see here on the inflow we have 8,710, and on the outflow we had 4,706. We have 0 for the large order for both. On the medium, we have 4,558. And on the small, we have 4,151. On the outflow side, on the medium, we have 2,901. And on the small, we have 1,805. And of course, on the large, we had 0. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, of course, we see zeros down the board. This is saying that institutions haven't been loading up, but I feel they have been loading up, to be honest with you guys. I was just taking a look at my phone and I saw that HUT is now at $5.55 in after hours right now. Of course, it can go much higher by the time this recording does come out. But these are one of the things I want you guys to be aware of. If you're able to load up and take advantage of this opportunity before all of the institutions get in, there's definitely a lot of upside here. So this is why I'm bringing it to your attention. And of course, many inside the private group know about this already because they were alerted earlier in the morning. They know about the swing trade opportunities, and that's why you should be considering it if you've been thinking about it. But outside of that, let's jump into the final thoughts and I'll give you guys some more details. So for my final thoughts for Hive blockchain and as well as HUT 8 Mining Corp, these two plays recently being listed on the NASDAQ brings on a big time opportunity. Right now, currently, I look at them as being undervalued, and it's part of the reasons why as more volume begins to get traded in both of these stocks, we're going to be seeing a run up, and we are seeing that with HUT 8 right now. So taking everything into consideration here, this is why I want you guys to keep it on your radar, keep it on your watch list, do some more homework, do some more due diligence, and figure out if any of these plays is right for you. On this channel, I have done videos on these two stocks already, and I've went in deep talking about what makes them different and which one you should choose. One thing we also do need to understand, even taking a look at the short interest information, these two stocks had short interest that were well above 50%, 60%. So this is part of the reasons why when shorts do have to cover and we have big money that starts coming into these plays, we're going to start seeing a run up. It is inevitable. This is part of the reasons why I want to get you guys guys on this right away. Not many are talking about it, so you better remember where you're hearing it from. And of course, anyone inside the private group, we already have our strategy. We already have our game plan laid out as far as how we're going to be swinging this and the price targets that we're going to be looking for. But do keep in mind, I have a watch list for crypto stocks. I have the SOS, I have EBON, I have Mara, I have Riot, I have pretty much all of them. And for what I saw today, you know what? CleanSpark actually had a pretty good day today inside the market. Just wanted to kind of mention that. But for what I saw in regards to HUT and Hive, these ones are definitely catching up. They're catching a lot of attention. There's more volume coming through, a lot more buying. We're not seeing the large scale orders at a high degree, even though we are seeing a little bit with Hive. I'm telling you right now, the opportunity is here. Do your homework. I got to keep saying this to you guys because I don't want you to miss out or get left behind. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.